Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Dr. Mumbi's Spiritual Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in absolutely all your ways, and that you are just pushing through, that you're keeping it pushing, that you're keeping it moving, and that you're focusing on all that is great and working in your life, and focusing less on all that is falling, all that is leaving, the ones that are leaving, how you're feeling about it, all this 3D stuff, that you're focusing less and less on that, because in the end, and the end is now, everything will be all right. Like for real, for real, for real. Special shout out to every single person that supports us on Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting us on that platform and enabling us to continue to dedicate time to the show. We know we haven't published a lot on the Dr. Mumbi Spiritual Show recently because we were going through what many of you have been going through. It's really felt like a birth canal moment. And I'd like to say that the fact that I'm able to record again just tells me that I'm now I'm now coming out into my brand new world. It has not been easy, family. It's been almost like shedding, the way that a snake sheds its skin. I can imagine that is not an easy process. As we were releasing all of that, and then we're still new and vulnerable, trying to navigate our minds to focus on a new story and this new version of ourselves, family. Because as I always say, if these were normal seasons and times, we would have died, as in left this body, because death is an illusion, right? We would have left this body and been born again, recycled back into a new body, in now a new season after all this craziness is over. But because of the manipulations that's been happening on the group consciousness, on the global consciousness, a lot of us had to come here ahead of the time we would have wanted to come here. We were chosen to come here at such a time as this to save the world, but not in the way that you think. Because in this world, we contribute by living our best lives, by living our truest lives, by having the most fun. That's how we affect the world positively. And because everyone here is given the opportunity and the grace to experience what it's like to be a creator by creating their own experience, there's not much that, and you wouldn't even want to influence others in terms of trying to control or manipulate. That's why the highest teachers were teachers. They didn't say, Mumbi, your life is transformed and I move you to paradise and zoom you. No, they were like cheerleaders. They went into the worst situation and they came out alive, and that inspired generations to come. We could think of Yeshua, how I feel about Jesus, and I don't recognize this Jesus, but I know that masters and great teachers, gods literally, and goddesses have come through. I mean, for me, the greatest deception is that most of the prophets and the seers were goddesses, were women. But those are stories that a lot of people ain't ready to discuss. But we always honor the great mother, Maito. And Maito means our truth. Stories for the days. So family, we may have felt we were here on assignment to save the world, to do this, to do that. But some of us were just here to anchor in and go to a certain vibration and maintain that vibration, because us being here and being in that vibration stops bad things from happening. But it also changes the world, it heals the world, it rebalances the world, because it rebalances the consciousness. One balanced God consciousness is equivalent to millions and millions and millions of human minds. And depending how high that God or goddess is, it can even reach 1 billion or even 100 million minds. And if that God or goddess consciousness can just find peace and balance, that the wavelength and the vibration they release will give peace and balance to the world, regardless of what Babylon plans, regardless what the enemy of our soul plans, regardless of what they're taking from us physically, regardless of what is happening in Congo, regardless of what is happening in Israel. Those are just, the world is a theater, because they can only control the theater, but they cannot control reality, family. And so they keep the world as a theater so they can hold on to the group consciousness. And so there are so many, you've heard me talking about the silent generals that are here. I know there's some that watch me. I honor each and every one of you. And I'm so grateful that you have helped me and stood with me through your incredible powers. You have, added them to me. I know who you are. And I'm so grateful because the warfare was real at some points, and you really helped me to stay afloat. You know who you are. If this is touching and resonating with your soul, you are one of those people. The silent generals, the elders that are here and that connect, and we all connect to, I know you guys like to remain in the background for a reason, but family, there are some of you, just because you're where you are, be it in your city, be it in your community, be it in your neighborhood, be it even in your country, just because you're where you are, bad things can't happen. Or even if bad things happen, like the experiment of El Nino going on in Kenya, stories for other days. If bad things happen, because you're there, it won't be the worst. And I know that a lot of us, they call us the indigo children, the chosen ones that came early, and the waves of different children that have come in. We came in because by being here, we stopped the world from ending. We saved Mama Goddess because we added our love vibration and the love vibration of the planets and the galaxies and the homes, the houses that we come from. We balanced all of that within us. And in balancing, that balancing effect in us balanced the collective. Because the Mother Goddess is okay. Mama Earth is okay. It's the humans. It's mankind, all the different kinds of man. Now we're going to even have humanoids. That were out of balance, that were creating an imbalanced vibration. But the fact that you are here, family, and that you have persevered and that you have overcome is the reason why, people keep talking of the end of the world. People keep talking of the new world order, but it hasn't come. People keep talking of a new pandemic, but it hasn't come because enough of us are saying, no, this is not the reality I see. And our consciences are so big that we can envelope the consciousnesses of those of weaker mind and weaker heart that have been just taken through the worst by Babylon. All Babylon controls is this, the theater of the mind. They actually created the theater of the mind, which is the matrix. It's funny because I'd wanted to talk about spiritual warfare, family. And how to, I think I'll do a separate show of it. But remember, if you ever feel overwhelmed, call back your energy, return that whatever energy is not yours to who has sent it. Stand in defense of your heart and your soul. There's those people who are now saying, oh, we don't need to fight, we just alchemize it and we let those people go because karma will deal with it. You need to decide now what works for you. Because family, I'm sending back. Whatever death spell was said to me, I'm sending it back. Actually, I'm not sending it's already boomeranged back. I'm not playing. I'm not saying I'm alchemizing that because I already have eternal life. So why would I alchemize a death spell? Call your energy back daily, return energy back to sender, and tune into the voice inside of you, that inner guide your God, your goddess, the Most High, your spiritual team. Those are the three things. If you're not going to do anything else, those are the three things. And if you've been feeling called to leave a place, to move, submit to spirit, because maybe your energy is needed and your spirit and your vibration is needed elsewhere. I really feel like this was actually a special message from the Great Mothers, because I can't even take credit for everything I've just said. And we honor them in confirmation. So just know, family, that you are exactly where you're meant to be, and you're having a massive effect on your community, your neighborhood, and the world just because of where you are. And just maintain your high vibration, which means have fun. Have fun. Allow, ask the universe, ask your spiritual team to make your life more fun, to give you work that you find fun, or, an entrepreneurial job or whatever that is fun. And when you are ready, you can offer to be of service to the world or humanity. But you don't have to be, because it's all about us building our consciousness, our universes. It's all about you, family, your own universe. That's all it's about. It's not an easy job being a cheerleader, which is what messiahs are. Even healers. Okay, let me go into this, as this is my last statement. Healing, what really happens, family, is that when you go to heal someone, to lay your hands on someone, it's like when I'm laying my hands on someone, someone's faith in me overrides their faith in not being able to heal from the disease. And I'm able to suspend whatever that may be, so that their mind can recalibrate, and that happens to their body. That's all you need for a physical healing. But you'll find most healing, family, is emotional and spiritual. It's a spirit that's stuck in there. It's a vibration that you can't release, which is a sign of a spirit anyway. And so when you reach now those levels of godhood where you're able to heal, it means releasing that emotional block, or that emotional body, or that spiritual entity, by pulling them to a higher vibration. But they have to be ready in all other aspects before you can do that. That's why you don't go healing willy-nilly. I saw someone was telling me once, if you're a healer, why don't you just go to the hospital and heal everyone? Because a lot of those people are dealing with mental disorders that make them feel that has created disease in them. Anyway, I'm not going to say too much about that, family. I am so grateful for every single one of you. You made it to a new dawn. We are in the birth canal of life, family, waiting to be born again. Some of us are actually crowning already. And there's been so many transformations that have brought us here, so congratulations. When you get overwhelmed, look back on how far you've come. And then be excited to know that that is just a fraction of your new story and your new book of life. Tuko pamoja.